Hey, this is a video about whether or not we should hide our scars. So, to hide or not to hide, I think it's a very personal decision, and there isn't really a right or wrong answer. I think everyone will have their own view on it, and probably their own boundaries. But I do think that some people who do hide their scars do it for a bad reason. I don't think that other people telling you that you should hide them, or because it makes them feel uncomfortable, is a good reason to hide your scars. You shouldn't care about whether other people feel uncomfortable because of it, because them feeling uncomfortable is nothing compared to the hassle you have to go to if you have to hide all the time, and how it makes you feel. But if it makes you feel uncomfortable to show your scars, then I think you should hide them if it makes you feel more comfortable. Some people feel better just walking around with them hidden, just so that they can't come into a situation where it's awkward or uncomfortable or potentially upsetting. Sorry. But on the other hand, some people just really want to be able to wear whatever they want, whenever they want. They shouldn't have to wear long sleeves in the summer and long trousers and things like that. And that's great. I mean, if people feel comfortable wearing what they want to wear, then it's absolutely fine, and other people shouldn't be bothered by it. It's nothing to do with them at the end of the day, and it's none of their business. I think it's really good when people can show their scars, and it shows that they've got some sense of confidence and self-worth, and that's quite nice. For me, with regards to very old scars I have, which are mainly the ones on my arms and in more obvious places, I will pretty much wear whatever I want now, because if people do notice and say something, then I can just say it's in the past. But on the whole, people don't even notice, because the scars are old. So there's a bit of a boundary there, I guess, because if it's a new scar, or in particular like a fresher cut, then I think people are more likely to say something as well, or want to know like how it happened, even if they don't suspect self-harm in the first place. People comment on injuries and stuff all the time, but I really don't want to be answering questions like that. I don't really have an answer, I guess. I'm not in a position where I want to talk about it with people, particularly people that I live with, so I will hide anything new, unless it's like easily explainable, which it's mostly not. But I mean, if it was something that could have just been a scratch or something, then I suppose I'd probably not be too worried about showing it, because if someone asked, I could just be like, yeah, I bashed my arm on the door. I don't know. Just if you can come up with an excuse like that, then I'd probably show it. But I think now people in general sort of understand it more, and they come across it a bit more, so they hopefully wouldn't be like freaked out by it or think it's like especially crazy. Some people get the whole like emo thing, but I think those stereotypes would probably be more linked to younger people. I'm not sure if I'm right there, but especially when I was younger, it wasn't seen much, like 5-6 years ago. So if I did have to show scars, like in PE lessons at school or something, people just didn't didn't understand it, they hadn't seen it. So to them it was strange. I think now at least people understand it more. I know it can still be improved and everything can still be made better, but at the same time I think we do run the risk of raising awareness to the extent that it normalises the behaviour. The reason I'm concerned about this is because I wouldn't want anyone, particularly people susceptible to behaving in a certain way because they'd seen it somewhere else and because they'd seen it as a coping mechanism. I wouldn't want anyone young to be exposed to that, because they might, even if subconsciously, they might take it in and think it's a good coping mechanism. And I'm not trying to say don't raise awareness, because I think it's great to raise awareness, but don't raise the profile of it. I only say it because I couldn't stand to know that anyone, as young as I was, particularly, but anyone, to have to go through that if they don't have to. Anyone who doesn't do it already shouldn't have to start. Not that they have to, but I just want to prevent as many people from doing it as possible, to be honest. But yeah, overall, I think, what's the question? Oh, hiding. It would be nice if people could basically just do whatever they wanted to, whatever they feel comfortable with, I guess. It would be great if there wasn't any stigma from the rest of the world, and people could just be themselves, wear what they want, do what they want, without being judged.